Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Julian from Memory Cards. Welcome back to the Hearthstone Test Kitchen. It has been a while. I was last doing this around the first couple weeks of the Witchwood expansion, and I'm going to be doing it for the first couple weeks of the Boomsday expansion, which just came out yesterday. I've been building decks that I've heard are good. I've also been messing around with stuff that I thought might be good. And in this episode, I'm going to be trying out this deck here. I call it Made of Steel. It's kind of an archetype of other decks I've seen and something I thought might work, which is like a very heavy armor deck. So we have cards like Crystallizer, of course, the classics, Shield Block, and I've added mechs in here as well. And then Mechathune, because why not if you get late game. Dry Whisker Armor and a Cornered Sentry is a really good synergy. And I've had moderate success with this. Games tend to go kind of long. So if I might be making some edits during the gameplay, which you'll see coming up. So if there's a pause, that's what that is. But yeah, let's jump in. I've been having a ton of fun with this deck, and of course, again, this is not a great deck. It's not a good deck. It's certainly not a deck that's going to take me to legend. It's just a deck that I've been having fun with, and maybe you would have fun with it too. So try it out if you want. But anyway, let's get into a game. Rogue. And I am playing Warrior, obviously. These are my two least used classes in the game. We have the Dry Whisker Armor. I don't know. This could be either Pogo Rogue or... I actually haven't run into any Death Rattle Rogues yet, but Weapons Project would be good here for weapons removal against Rogue, of course. And we'll probably keep the Blood Razor. I'm just going to keep all of this stuff. I really like this mech, the Coppertail Imposter. It's really good for setting up a big swing on the face of your opponent. Mechathune early, that sucks. I put Mechathune in this deck because what was happening is I would play Dr. Boom. And one of Dr. Boom's hero powers, they cycle every turn. One of his hero powers is discover a mech. And I found that I was drawing Mechathune through that, and there were a few instances where I actually ended up winning a game from a Mechathune I got from Dr. Boom. And you know what? That might be the best case to have Mechathune in this type of deck. I might just remove that card and hope to get it from a Dr. Boom draw. But I've just had it in here for a few matches just to see what happens. This isn't like a deck that's built for Mechathune. I believe that there is a Warrior deck built for Mechathune that's like a Dead Man's Hand deck or something. I can't remember what no, that wouldn't make sense if it was Dead Man's Hand, because that's about refilling your deck to prevent like fatigue. We'll throw out the Stealth Imposter guy here. And in this card also, I'm not sure, long run, if I want to have it in this deck. I threw it in here because it's a good card to pull Brawls, but that's about it. And the other Warrior spells that are above 5 you don't really want. You could get the Boom Ship, but you don't really want the Boom Ship. That is a 9-cost spell, but you would want that in a different deck, I would think. Okay, so what do we want to do? Let's just clear our hand up a bit. Sun Genesis, Unidentified Shield is decent. Because you can also pull these out from that, and that helps with the armor. I've had games where I've gotten upwards of 50, 60 armor by turn 10. Through the use of Dry Whisker Armorers, like especially against aggro decks, and using the Sentry to get other minions on the enemy side to buff up the armor gain. So we'll play that right now, get our Mithril. I wish that the Iron Golems were somehow a mech, because that would make building a deck around the mechs, around these golems, so much fun, but Alas, they are not. So I'll play Dr. Boom on turn 7 here. And we're going to... Are we full up now? I think so. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're full. That's okay. We'll get Dr. Boom on the board. One of the things I gotta remember is that with Dr. Boom, you need to... Or you don't need to, but one of the things I keep forgetting is that once you play Dr. Boom, all of your mechs have rush, and I keep forgetting that because there's no notification of such. It's just something you just got to know that when you play Dr. Boom, for the rest of the game, all your mech minions will have rush. Okay. So is this a Malagos rogue maybe, or is it... I don't think it's a Pogo rogue. It might be a shuffle rogue or something. Not sure. All right, let's play our Blood Razor. We'll get our Micro Boys out. And we'll leave it there. The one I think one card I'd like to put in here is Rotface, but I actually had a legendary, or obviously legendary, but I had a golden Rotface that I just disenchanted a few weeks ago, and I'm kind of wishing I still had that because he would be fine in this deck because I have Geosculptor Yip in here for pulling armor or pulling minions off my armor gain. Okay, so let's toss some of this stuff out here. Get a board presence, armor gain, or a minion. We don't need the armor right now. We'll just put out the Gatekeeper. I was thinking of making a Dr. Boom Quest Warrior, sort of, but that doesn't make a lot of sense because you would want, obviously, the hero power Die Insect that you get from completing the Warrior Quest, and then you could end up replacing it with Dr. Boom, or you would have Dr. Boom's hero power replaced by it. So, not good synergy there. But I think I will try like a Warrior Quest mech deck. Quest mech deck. See how that goes. Alright, so let's put out Acolyte. And we will go face here. Here's our Sentry. So we could do Sentry. And then Dry Whisker Armor. And then let's execute this. And moving on. So Geosculptor Yip would be great to pull now. Throw him on the board and then get out some high cost minions. 10 cost minions. That's the thing, is like when you get such a high armor level, you're always going to be pulling the 10 cost minions with Geosculptor, and more often than not, it's just like an 8/8 or something. It's really hard to plan for like 9 armor specifically. So I have my Spellbreaker, which I definitely will probably need for a Pogo. Shield Slam as well. Okay. Let's go for the Dynamo. I don't want to recruit anything. Do I want to give him the weapon right now? I don't think so. I'm just going to end my turn. All right. Okay. Should I just play the Mecha'thun now? Screw it. Only 11 cards left, though. Just go for the War Gear. We'll go do a shield block. We'll discover a mech here. I like Security Rover right now. So he's just waiting to pull his Pogo Hoppers out. I've tried the Pogo Hopper deck, and I haven't had much success with it. I even like crafted cards I didn't have because I thought the Pogo Hopper deck would be like the most fun to use, and it's certainly really fun to pull off a win with the Pogo Hopper, but I've also was struggling with it, and I've seen others struggle as well. But the Pogo Hopper is such a rad card, and there's so much possibility with it. Okay, I see what you're doing. And one of the issues with having Mecha'thun here is being able to kill him at the end. That's the biggest problem, because you can. I'm already down to 9 cards, and I could easily get down to 0 everything. But the problem is being able to. Let's just go all out here to kill Mecha'thun at the end. Let's see what he has there. Maybe a Vile Spine, maybe a Silence. There's a lot he could do here, removal-wise, that would hurt, but we also have another War Gear here, and we could always end up pulling something really cool from our Geosculptor whenever he shows up, because I don't think he's going to be able to deplete my armor anytime soon, because I can get rid of his next couple Pogo Hoppers with, and there we go. So there's a win against a Pogo Hopper player. So that was easy. Let's jump on to the next one. Wow, Dr. Boom right off the bat. And the Giggling Inventor. This card is so unbelievably good. I love the Giggling Inventor. And we're up against another rogue. It's not the same person, is it? No. 2, 4, 5. We'll shuffle the Giggling Inventor back. And we get a War Gear anyway. If this is another Pogo player, we'll probably have the same luck that we just had with the last game. This deck seems to be decent at dealing with that. I had to throw the Silence in here. I wonder if I could make a variant of this that is Odd Warrior. A Dr. Boom Odd Warrior. Maybe that's the next deck I'll build. Super armored up. Couldn't play the Geosculptor because I think he's 8 cost. Ouch. It's alright, we have the... oh no, he'll be at 4-4. Let's stay on curve here. Mega Assembly is actually a pretty decent card late game. And it's easy getting late game with the armor, but being able to actually do anything with it is the hard part. This is going to be a serious problem. We need an Execute right now. Nope. Okay, well... let's that. Do I want to go? Because if let's see, I bring him down to 2, and I could definitely clear him next turn, but that's 5, 10, 15 damage. I can't risk that. That's way too much damage. What I can do is... Oh god, I don't know what I can do. That card is so good. The Henge Clan Thug. Really need an execute. Blink Fox. You're supposed to be playing Odd Rogue with these cards, bud. Okay. We're gonna have to do this here. Whoa, my mouse is having issues. Alright. That could be worse, but it had to be done. Had to get rid of that thing or it was gonna grow out of control. So this is the case in which you would want to play the weapon removal card, which I don't have right now. I was running this deck with 2 of them, but I found 2 to be unnecessary. There's our Geosculptor. A little late. Let's get some tauntage. Armor. Save our coin. We'll Dr. Boom next turn. That'll give us a decent amount of armor, and then we can focus on clearing the board, and then maybe with some armor get out a Geosculptor and get something cool. Yikes. That's a bummer. Okay. I can't play Dr. Boom here. He's got too much damage on the board. Need to do this. And I wish I could crack my own thing right now with that removal card I'm talking about. It'd be super useful right now. Should I Dry Whisker? Or should I... Let's do this. All right. I wonder if a Mega Assembly would work turn 9 with the coin. Or if you have to have your 10 normally. Oh, yikes. That's real bad. That is real bad. Okay, well this is probably a loss. Wow. Yeah, I'm just having fun, man. That was not the right draw that we wanted anyway. It's good getting Dr. Boom right off the bat, but this did not work out. Man. Hardly see that card ever in Constructed. Oh my god. Good job, man. This is not enough to save us, but we'll see what he does to get around it. I have come back from worse, honestly. This deck is actually pretty decent at that. Ooh, ouch. See, we're just prolonging right now. Prolonging the demise. We'll see what he does here. Double Earth and Might? No. He's going all out trying to get rid of this thing. Oh, good job, man. So this deck does fail, as you can see. Sometimes it gets too far behind. You really need to get your armor up. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in to this first episode of the Test Kitchen in the Boomsday expansion. I'm gonna showcase some of these other decks. I got a big hunter secret deck. It's pretty cool, like that one. A bomb hunter deck, which is not great but fun to play with. Odd paladin, which is pretty scummy and a really, really, really powerful deck. And then of course the Pogo Rogue and some of these other ones. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably release a few a week on the channel, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks, guys.